Today's practical is two chordate animals. We are going to study the characteristics of two chordate animals. In our previous practical, we have studied about non-chordate animals, that is earthworm, and we have studied cockroach. Today's chordate animals are fish and pigeon. Now, aim to study the characteristics of chordate animals, fish, pigeon. Apparatus, here we are not taking live, we are taking the preserved specimens of fish and pigeon. Procedure, observe the given specimens according to the given points. A prominent character of its phylum changes with reference to the adaptation. We are going to see the first preserved specimen of fish. Most of the children, those who are consuming non-vegetarian food, those who are non-vegetarians, fish is a part of their day-to-day diet. Now, for the labelings, you are going to start. I am going to start from the center. We have here on the top, that is dorsal fin. On the top, we have dorsal fin. Towards the end, you have caudal fin, C-A-U-D-A-L, caudal fin. Then below the caudal fin, you have pelvic fin and pectoral fin. We go towards the front side of the fish, we have mouth, eye and head. It can be easily seen. You have to only label the parts. Now in the exam also, board exam, you will get the diagrams printed. You will have to only draw the diagram and label their parts. So head, eye, mouth, pectoral fin, pelvic fin, caudal fin and dorsal fin. As we have studied for non-chordates, similarly here also we are going to write the classification and two characteristics of that particular example which is taken. So classification for fish are: fish belongs to kingdom Animalia, phylum Chordata, subphylum Vertebrata, class species, and example is rohu fish. Now here you can see the diagram. It is a diagram of rohu fish. Just now I have showed you the specimen also. Now any two characteristics for that particular phylum, for that particular example you can write. Here they have given in the textbook, fish is a cold-blooded animal. You know they cannot adjust their body temperature. So it is a cold-blooded animal with a spindle-shaped body to minimize water resistance. Fish breathe with the help of gills. Apart from this, any other character? Fish has air bladders or fish has scales on their body. They have different types of fins. This also examples you can mention in the characteristics. So here we complete with our first example, that is fish. We have our next specimen here, that is a preserved specimen of pigeon. Now staying in Virar, you know how many pigeons you see around you every day. So this is a preserved specimen of pigeon. So here you are going to label the pigeon which is given in our journal. Here you can see very clear labelings. Beak of the pigeon. Here you have neck, feathers, wings and claws. You can see here the claws of the pigeon. Beak, neck, feathers, wings and claws. Now we are going to continue with the characteristics and classification for this pigeon. Pigeon belongs to kingdom Animalia, phylum Chordata. As you know, these two animals belong to phylum Chordata, subphylum Vertebrata, class Aves, and example is pigeon. Now characteristics of pigeon, as I have told you, you are supposed to write. Pigeon's body is covered with feathers. Forelimbs are modified into wings. Heart has 4 compartments. Pigeon has hollow bones and air bags inside the body. This is aerial adaptation. Aerial means they can fly in the sky. Their forelimbs are modified into wings which enables the birds to fly in the sky. Now apart from this, as I have told you, any other characteristic which are related to class Aves, we are going to write. Multiple choice questions. Fish is cold-blooded animal. Pigeon's heart has 4 chambers. Just now we have seen 4 compartments. due to which similar character birds and fishes are in the same phylum due to the presence of vertebral column. The caudal fin of fish and pigeon is useful to increase the velocity, and birds' forelimbs are modified into wings which enables them to fly in the sky. We move on to the textual exercise. Explain the adaptation in fish body which makes floating on water as well as going in deep water easy. First is presence of gills. Helps the fish to breathe oxygen in water. This from the lower classes you know. The gills are the respiratory organ for fish. So presence of gills helps the fishes to breathe the oxygen in water, and air bladders help them to float on the surface of water. So gills enable them to breathe the oxygen and air bladders help them to float on water. Now which factor decides whether the animal is cold-blooded or warm-blooded? Now organisms which can regulate their body temperature, they are warm-blooded animals, example human beings, and which cannot regulate their body temperature are cold-blooded animals, example is fishes. So organisms which can regulate their body temperature, warm-blooded, which cannot regulate their body temperature, cold-blooded. What are the changes in birds that adapt them to aerial habitat? You can see here in the characteristics they have given. Same you can modify and write over here. Forelimbs are modified into wings which enables the birds to fly in the air. Also bones become hollow and air sacs are developed. So these are the different modes which enables, these are the different changes in birds which make them to fly in the sky, which make them to adapt themselves to the aerial habitat. Here we complete with the two chordate animals, that is fish and pigeon. You are supposed to complete your journals, the labelings of the diagrams, MCQs and the textual exercise as and when we complete our practicals. Thank you dear children.